In an increasingly visual world, art and science are intersecting in provocative ways. The result is a visual language that's vivid and often beautiful. This synergy is alive and well in Boston. Our mission is to generate discussion with artists whose work resonates with science and technology, and scientists who seek new ways to visualize the scientific process, sparking conversations and collaboration with the Boston community and the world.
So when I was trying to find a way into making information tactile, it was, interestingly enough, this very dry-looking stuff like this that became to me the breakthrough. Because what if these numbers could actually lift off the page? What if you could touch them? What if you could start building with them?
Dedicated to the dialogue between art and science in the Boston area, Catalyst Conversations offers the opportunity to hear noted artists and scientists in conversation, such as science photographer Felice Frankel and novelist and physicist Alan Lightman.
You know, it's a little crazy to generalize, but I really do think that researchers, engineers, and scientists, ultimately somewhere in their thinking, they think in some sort of visual language. I'm absolutely convinced of it. Just don't admit to it.
As Alan Lightman has said, the history of creativity has spurred thousands of debates, the oldest of which is the contrast between science and art. Catalyst Conversations is at the center of this zeitgeist, presenting the work and ideas of visual artists to the science and technology community.
So one of the first pieces I did was a series of pieces called Healing. If you notice, when someone walks across it and they wound it, the piece heals behind them, and yet it never heals the same way twice. So the edges of the wound will come together but will not touch.
Artists are transforming scientific data into new visual forms, opening fresh inroads to scientific thinking. This groundswell was recently recognized by the Massachusetts Cultural Council's approval of $8 million in grants for public programs in the arts, sciences, and humanities. Going forward, the collaboration between art and science can serve as a foundation for future innovation.
We need to make sure that people understand why art is not just a diversion. We need to make sure that people understand how art can ennoble our lives, can enrich our experiences, and can change who we are as human beings in much the same way that we need to make sure that people understand the specific ways that the scientific research that is being done is creating a different and hopefully better world for future generations.
Catalyst Conversations looks forward to broadening its reach to connect with middle and high school students with educational outreach and exhibitions, as well as initiate collaborations with institutions that already see the value of a dialogue between art and science. We invite you to participate in Catalyst Conversations' future projects. We welcome your ideas and suggestions in how we might collaborate with organizations, companies, artists, scientists, and researchers. Join the conversation